What's up, people? I wanted to tell you guys about this dream that I had a couple months ago. And I recorded this dream previously, but somewhere, and I was looking for it because some of these things that were in the dream seemed to, there were some connections I was seeing, but I couldn't find that video, so I want to make this video just to have it recorded. So this dream was a couple months ago, like I was saying, and the dream was, I was in a kind of just like it was like a road through just an ordinary part of town. There wasn't many buildings or things around it. It was located next to a kind of like a new plant facility, and it was just a road going through it, and there was a railroad track along the side of the road. And next thing I know, I started noticing that there was a bunch of infrastructure developing around me, like wires and cell phone towers and all kinds of just different types of infrastructure. And so the infrastructure was growing around me, and it was growing a lot. And next thing I know, I'm trying to remember everything through the dream, but there's some things that I do not remember anymore. But there was a lot of infrastructure growing, and I believe that there were a lot of people started to appear around me, and it seems like a storm started to come as well. And these infrastructure, it started to come down, and the environment, it started to become very dangerous to be where I was, because I was surrounded. This whole area, there was just a road and a plant and some railroad tracks. Next thing you know, there was infrastructure all overhead and everywhere, and it started to be very dangerous. And I've got the feeling that in this dream there were people that were trying to bring these things down. And the storm started to come, and things started to get even more violent, and the infrastructure started to come down even more. And then, once it seemed like it was getting to its peak and things looked really bad, around the railroad track, I could hear this train coming, and this train started to come in, and someone tried to put something in the middle of some sort of water, like a large amount of water in the train tracks. Cause I think it was raining a lot, and somehow or another the water got in front of on the train tracks and was going to derail the train. And these two of my friends from my past, like 15 years ago, they used to play on my soccer team, and they were awesome guys. They were named Travis and Taylor. So both their names starts with T, so I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm not quite sure the significance there, but they were helping. They were getting the water off the track, and so that train rolled through, and just like it's like a train hitting a bunch of water, and just went straight through it, and the water went poof, it just rolled right through it. And the train was like significant because it was significant. It was representing the Trump train, and even though these things were happening, the storm was happening, and these people were trying to bring down all this infrastructure around this train, they couldn't stop the Trump train. And so this was a dream that I had. This was a couple months ago. And recently, a couple days ago, Trump just announced his $1 trillion infrastructure package. So these, and I watched the whole video where he was talking about it. And so and then also on one of these social marketing sites, my buddy, the guy that I follow, Gregory Mannarino, he made a post about a possible tech bubble bursting. And then I just thought it was funny. I'll just go to the comment here. Because what's happened here is the powers that were in place basically had almost the whole world under their sway, and they were if Hillary Clinton would have gotten elected, which was basically 100% going to happen in everyone's minds, and it was a miracle that it didn't. We would have. I mean, we already saw this order and these powers coming just and completely just taking control over America, over basically the world, to the EU and all these different alliances and all these different things that had consolidated their power. And the state of the world was very, very bad, and we needed a miracle, and now a miracle has happened, and now the power has been removed. And so they were removed, and now a new power's come in place. So the darkness was out, now the light is in. And these powers, they have been trying to dethrone the administration that's taken over the USA now. And they've done so in many, many different ways. They began with saying, remember in the election, they tried to do a recount of the votes. They tried doing, actually beginning they said the electoral vote, where they try to get people to support something saying to get people to change their vote, the electoral votes to change or whatever. They had a bunch of celebrities come out on TV and propagate this stuff. That didn't work. They did a recount, that didn't work. And then what happened right after? And now they've got all these allegations about the legitimacy of Trump winning through. There's a possibility people have been hacking the election. All these different lies and these propaganda, fake news things that come up, and they're trying to dethrone. They're trying to create a movement. They've been trying to create a movement to get this person to get this administration out of office. They really want to regain control. And basically what happened this week was that James Comey gave his testimony, and it backfired on these old powers, and a lot of corruption. A lot of corruption is being revealed right now. And so basically all their lies they've actually backfired, and all their plans to dethrone Trump and all these things, none of it's working. None of it is working. And so Gregory talked about this post where he was saying that there's a sign that the tech bubble may have been popped. And here's why I said the Russian allegations have failed and are now backfiring, uncovering a slew of nasty corruption schemes. It seems the powers that used to be in this country have run out of lies. Now it is time to burst the bubbles and cause mass chaos, because the powers, they're still in places. Like, there's a lot of leaks coming out now, from a Trump administration. So there's still people there that are leaking and telling lies and stuff like that. And these things still need to be removed, but they still have power, and a lot of power they still have is like a lot of the financial markets, and the banks and all this stuff, the Fed. Now it is time to burst the bubbles and cause mass chaos. They will put the blame upon the Trump administration and try to make a claim that the administration is unfit to run the country. Okay, and so I'm making this video because it seems like the chaos and the storm that was happening, it was happening because right during this, when this infrastructure was growing. And so basically what the dreamists that I had was saying that there will be a lot of things that come up and that come against the Trump administration during this infrastructure package, which was just announced on YouTube, from the White House, and I watched it on YouTube. let's see here. Let's just go right to it. Where are you, White House? There you are. It's pretty cool watching the White House now. There's actually some pretty good stuff on it. Okay, yeah. President Trump planned to rebuild America's infrastructure. Yeah. So it's a huge $1 trillion plan to make America great again. And just for me, it's a sign. So President Trump gives his remarks about his infrastructure initiative. This is what I watched.
Well, thank you all
very much. 30 minutes long.
It is great to be back of our heartland.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm very...
Yeah, so it was pretty exciting to watch. So yeah, basically I'm just recording this because I had this dream that this stuff would happen, that there would be an attempt to derail the Trump train. And in the dream, they couldn't derail the Trump train. They couldn't do it. And some people named Travis and Taylor, they both start with a T. And so I don't think that is in connection with the Trump train. I think there's something that's some of these two T's is something that has come to a significant help during this time of chaos that is created. So yeah, I'm pretty new to this stuff, so I'm just recording this stuff so that I have it. But I'm pretty new to this kind of stuff. But it was definitely a very vivid, very very vivid and abnormal type of dream. So it's a possibility it could have been like a vision. Could have been seeing like the future or whatever. So yeah, all right, that's cool.